Peace and love, you beautiful wonders with a spiritual level of being. Nathan here from a spiritual level of being, and you have a spiritual level of being. And today I want to discuss some weird Bible stories and explain them. Today we're going to begin with Ezekiel 4.12. This is where God demands that the Israelites bake bread on top of human poo, and for one prophet to use cow poo instead, so he changes his mind for his prophet. Now we're also going to explain this whole internal event. Well, we're actually going to begin it from 4.11. You will also have limited amount of water to drink, 2 cups a day. You are to build a fire out of dried human excrement, bake bread on the fire, and eat it where everyone can see you. The Lord said this represents the way the Israelites will have to eat food which the Lord forbids, when I scatter them to foreign countries. So this here is God punishing the Israelites during the siege of Jerusalem, where the Babylonians would destroy the temple and cast the Israelites out. So in here, this is implying this is God's will and his punishment. And so that the Israelites, when they're going to be cast into foreign countries, can go eat their food, but they must bake it on top of poo and then eat it where everyone can see. This is horrible. This is also messed up and twisted. This is abuse, basically. So this God's making people's life even worse, and now's making them up for ridicule and basically be picked on by other people. But I replied, "No, sovereign Lord, I have never defiled myself from childhood on. I have never eaten meat from any animal that died a natural death or was killed by wild animals. I have never eaten any food considered unclean." So God said, "Very well, I will let you use cow dung instead, and you can bake bread on that." And he added, "Mortal man, I am going to cut off the supply of bread for Jerusalem. The people there will be distressed and anxious as they measure out the food they will eat and the water they will drink. They will run out of bread and water. They will be in despair and they will waste away because of their sins." So they're being punished with war, death, and limited amount of food. And on top of the food, they must bake it on top of poo, make a fire out of it basically, and only allowed to drink 2 cups of water a day. So this is basically going to cause all sorts of health problems. Again, this is punishment. So this is a warlike God, the same God who sent poisonous snakes onto his people as well. Now, it's interesting here about saying he's never defiled himself either with eating any animal that's died a natural death, as some Buddhists would eat animals that died a natural death. Some would eat meat, though they wouldn't kill it themselves. Some Buddhists were vegetarian. So it's interesting when you see different beliefs and all this sort of stuff, but Aramaic faiths are some of the worst. So this is not a good story. This is a man-made idea, and a horrible one at that. So stay tuned, we're going to make more of these explanations on weird Bible stories. Peace and love, connect to one mind and soul. Namaste.